I came from the Midwest. Josh grew up in the Bronx, but he spent some time in Buffalo, which is sort of Midwestish.
Pseudo Slang was formed out of Buffalo, you know, being a Chicago artist, having been here, you know, I don't know, we've been doing shit here for like 7 or 8 years, and Form has been doing shit for longer than that here, you know. I would love to identify myself as a Chicago artist.
I'll bust it out, y'all. I'll bust it out, y'all. I'll bust it out, y'all. Come on. We bust it out like this and like that. Shot Town, why don't you tell me where you at? We bust it out like this and like that.
To me, the pace is chiller, you know, and I prefer to be here in a chill...
It's the Midwest, man.
Yeah, in a chill way and not be in the rat race that I grew up in New York. Taking nothing from New York because I love it, but this is where I want to live now, and it also is really conducive to making music, you know, in the sense that I feel really relaxed, and also I feel like we're amidst a whole bunch of artists who are dope.
Yeah. When PS get to the Alabon, we don't sweat where we could dial a song. 1888, get wrecked. Operators waiting to take orders for the plates. We poured it all in, calling all bars, calling all far and near, to see where we could get the guard to hear. All we been crafting, that's where the Paulie S rock crazy. Ever since I never been lazy. Don't take nothing for granted. Those frontin' they get reprimanded. We put in too much work to deal with privileged jerks. You wanna talk and talk, sicky he walk the walk. Say what you want about a dude, we ain't about to lose. It could go 15 rounds, we down a trilogy like Ward and Gotti. I ish on a cat like Porta Potty. Come on. Come on, yeah.
I mean, you had the old cats like EC Illa, and like, you know, there was guys doing stuff, you know, you had Twister, but that's like a whole different game, you know, like...
It's almost a whole different genre.
It's a whole different genre, exactly, but I mean...
But then, the genres were similar, but the interesting thing is that Common surely introduced Chicago to the world. Because even though Buffalo is like mad far west, it's still within New York State, and of course... like the scene that we did there was mainly influenced by New York shit. So once Common Resurrection dropped, that was like that's my favorite album of all time is Common Resurrection, and you know,
it's classic, man. I mean, like start to finish.
And
there's not like a wasted moment on that record. I mean, and everyone, you know, in Chicago, that's pretty much like gospel. Like everyone goes without saying, you know.
And actually now it's different though. I you know, it was gospel, but I think now, like, you know, I'm 37. You know, a lot of younger artists, I don't know if they know that that's gospel, but Chicago knows. Like meaning, like when those songs get played, you know, people are
bonkers,
like, yeah.
Man. If you drop any track off of Resurrection, man, like. Whether it's Maintaining, Orange Pineapple Juice, like, you know, Used to Love Her, Resurrect, like anything. Like, you drop that, like, on a Saturday night, 3 a.m. in Chicago, everyone goes crazy.
Yeah, they go nuts.
Hands in the air, like, because it's like something people can identify with. And, like, for a long time, Chicago cats didn't, you know, besides house music and stuff, like, hip-hop cats, they didn't have an anthem. They didn't have something to really, like, grasp onto.
And not only
they did, but it was, like, really, it was more insular, I think, you know? Like, I wasn't around during those days, but it seems like, you know, like, that was, like, one of the first records that really, like, transcended and broke into New York, broke into the West Coast.
Back with video LP, raps I make up like blacks do excuses. I feel like Noah, hooking my mellows up on deuces. If a broad ain't got a mind, a job, but cribs are useless. Acoustic bass lines embrace rhymes while I chase mines. They say signs of the end is near. I'm on deck and I walk a righteous path, hold it up here.
All Natural was like a big influence on the scene that we had going in Buffalo, and so was Akbar.
Sure. Momen, Rubber Room, a lot of those.
Yeah, we had Rubber Room singles playing. We had
Mode. You know, I mean, even going back before that. Yeah, I mean,
even cats in Buffalo had DJ Third Rail mixtapes. Also, I mean, You know, not to mention you go to New York. I mean, you know, that was what was playing too. I mean, all natural records were getting straight burn in New York. So
it was bootlegs, mad bootleg vinyl,
mad bootlegs, white labels all over the place. And I mean, so Chicago got firmly introduced to the world, you know, to the hip hop world at least.
I spit on cats, they think they fat. I come with tracks like Burt Bacharach, all of that. Flip the formats, different type of syntax. Sick, Arvid, form, yeah, we all that. Contact. 8 bars, haiku.
We're in the center of the country, you know what I mean? So geographically, it's cool. We could go to the East Coast, we could go to the West Coast. It's pretty much equidistant. For the past decade almost, we spent like half the year, almost of every year touring. You know, so a ton of time on the road, and you know, and always returning back to Chicago.
Yo, Demon Man, you know the drill. We show to Leipzig and see the fam. You hold the pill, throw assist, although the knee's funny. You know I got this, whatever you need from me. This music industry can make you see money trees. Don't be a dummy, you make no money, please. Lest you catch the right break, until then I'm just chillin'. Munching on some rice cakes from Empire State to Deutschland. Guru said it was the voice, man. Me, I believe it's the vibe hanging with Choice fam.
All the stories that we have are like,
Just
they're
so
funny, but they're like, at the time, they were terrifying.
Funny, I know.
We go to like Moscow, Idaho,
Oh, no.
and like
don't
crazy
utter those.
people like try to like pull out like chains and bats on us in like weird coffee shops in the middle of the day, and like no one seems to care.
I think it's important to be transparent about what it is that you do, and also how difficult it is. If what you're doing is difficult, don't tell people it's easy. You know, just be honest about what you're doing, and what we're doing.
Pimping ain't easy, man.
what we're doing creates difficulty in life.
I know DJ Form on the wheels, throw his hands up. I know vagabonds in here, they throw their hands up. I know POWs, they throw their hands up. I know four-way hip-hop society, throw your hands up. I know Zulu is in the place, throw your hands up. And all the whack MCs, they get hyped and struck. I'm hyped as fuck when I'm striking it up. It's MC sick, y'all. I never ever play volleyball. I don't play dodgeball. I don't play handball. I only play basketball. Smacking your man and all. It's like that. Any beat, standing tall and Adderley, sorta like my man Cannonball. And you know the sick one, he just jammed and never saw us like that, baby. I never rap shady. A lot of dudes in rap game is mad shady, but I'm like that. I got it locked like bike rack. And when you hit me in the face, I gotta strike back. It's like that. The sick one in inner space, outer space, smacking out your face, out the place. We got Arvid Wu up in the place to be, and I cook a motherfucker whack MC like a pastry at the bakery, 6 a.m. It's like that. Sick one, it's on the microphone, causing mayhem and chaos. Motherfucker, lay off. It's like that. The sick one, yo, I'm in the playoff, but the Dallas Mavericks got swept out. I was really sad about that. That's why I'm so sad tonight.
Hey, happy Hanukkah!
Jews in hip hop have always felt the need to be polarizing, even to this day. So I think that what we're doing is, since we just happen to have been raised Jewish,
that's
not like practicing.
That's not they're trying to be polarizing. It's just half the world hates Jews, so they are polarizing because they're Jewish.
I think that's a myth that half the world. Well, actually, maybe you're right. But anyway, we may have been raised Jewish, but we weren't. We don't identify ourselves as such. But if we were to identify ourselves as being like Jew hip hop dudes, we would probably be the least polarizing. Which is
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, those guys.
It's like oh, what's your claim to fame? Like, least polarizing happen to be Jewish hip hop cats.
Would you like a traditional Jewish holiday tree?
Of course, sure.
Yeah? I knew you would. Shit. This is for Purim, which is a Jewish holiday.
Okay. Is it now?
Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. Here, try it. See how it tastes.
All right.
It's called a Hamantaschen. It's some old evil guy's hat.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is like a guy who tried to kill a bunch of Jews.
Really?
He
No.
designed a cookie after the way his hat looked.
Really?
And then they eat the hat.
Ah, all right.
That's how, yeah, serious, man. That's like,
Cool.
that's pretty much what my understanding of it is.